average lifespan of an incandescent light bulb is 1,000 hours.
A typical compact fluorescent light bulb lasts a little bit longer at 6,000 to 15,000 hours. Hi, I'm Drew. And that's Bethany.
But in Livermore, California, one light bulb has become legendary. Why? Well, it's been illuminated since 1901.
Join us as we investigate the oldest known operating light bulb in the world. It's defied all odds and continues to
burn. Not like these.
You got a flashlight?
We are in the somewhat small town of Livermore to see probably one of the smallest oddities we've ever experienced.
That's true, yeah. Other than the Peephole Cinema, which is also in the Bay Area, I think this might be the smallest oddity we've ever tried to find.
From Interstate 580 in Livermore, we'll head south on 1st Street, and in half a mile, we'll turn left onto North Mines Road. In another 1.3 miles, we'll turn right onto East Avenue. Our destination is Fire Station number 6.
Coming out right now. There they go. Coming out hot. Very cool. Anyways, we're paying a visit to Fire Department Station number 6, which apparently is pretty active today here in Livermore, and this is where the legendary bulb is located.
But it hasn't always been at this fire station, right?
No, actually, it's made the rounds over the last 100 plus years. It was originally installed at the Fire Department Hose Cart House over on L Street. Originally manufactured by the Shelby Electric Company, the modest 60-watt carbon filament bulb was created under the helm of French inventor Adolphe Chalet, who developed bulbs that could burn brighter and longer than any other bulbs at the time. One Shelby bulb made its way from a garage to City Hall and finally to a fire station in Livermore. It wasn't until 1972, decades after burning continuously, that the oddity gained recognition, after journalist Mike Dustin heard about the legendary bulb from the locals.
We are here with Tom, who has a very special connection with not only the fire station, but a little bit of history that we're going to be seeing inside. So what is it that we're about to see?
We call it the Centennial Light Bulb because it's been burning for almost 125 years.
Wow, and how long have you been around the burning light bulb?
I've been around the bulb myself and basically witnessed this burning for a little over 50 years.
So you're a true eyewitness
I'm an
to the light
eyewitness,
bulb.
at least 50 years of eyewitness.
So we're going to go inside and see it?
So you want to go take a look?
Yeah, we'll see if, I mean, is it still burning? Because it could be the day that it actually goes out.
That's not on my watch, as we say. So where would the light bulb be? It would be on the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Here we are. I know, it's
so
exciting.
Funny. It's under a regular light fixture.
It is under a light fixture. It's a fluorescent. They don't do those anymore either, but that one is an incandescent light bulb, and it's been burning for 125 years.
And I see here we have a timeline.
Yep.
And it's kind of interesting to see that if the light bulb was installed in 1901, that means it's witnessed all of these major events in our lifetime. So we have the stock market crash, we have presidential elections, Disneyland
Let's
opening.
go back further than that. The Wright brothers in 1903, their first flight. We didn't even have cars then.
Right, that was quite the lifetime. That's incredible. One of the biggest questions I've seen online is a lot of people think that it's fake or it's staged. Do you have any kind of counterbalance to that? Because you have personally seen it for 50 years. Right.
That's pretty simple because the volunteers that I met when I first started, a lot of them had been here when they were from their childhood. They used to drive by the light bulb when they were kids and riding on a bicycle. And they said, I can remember the light bulb was on at the station all the time.
Right.
And then they became volunteers later on. When people ask me, well, is that true? I have to believe that it's true because I've witnessed it for more than 50 years. Mike Dunstan, a reporter, had done an article and researched the light bulb.
He collected stories over time.
He was collecting stories and interviewing those same volunteers that I had spoken with. And we discovered its longevity and published an article. Well, then we had Guinness Book of World Records come in. That was in 1972. And so there was a lot of information that was discovered and researched at that time. It puts out about 16 lumens or 4 watts of light because it's a very dim light, as you've seen. But it is actually a 60-watt light bulb. But I want to show you something special on this bulb. So come on over here. I want you to stand right about here.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, now take a look up. Look straight up. What does that say?
It says on.
It says on.
Like O-N? Is that-
The filaments say ON. Is that strange? So what's going to happen when this light bulb goes off? It should say off, right?
You would think. Let's click on the other side.
Have you tested that?
No.
Now, regretfully, we can't talk to the inventor of the light bulb, but do you think they ever saw this coming when they were putting this together, that it would last this long and have this kind of history behind it?
Well, there's been a lot of discussion about the quality of construction during that period of time. If you think about it, the original light bulb was not a light bulb, it was what they call an electric arc. And that was in 1800, believe it or not. Not until the 1890s did Thomas Edison come out with a pear-shaped bulb. Well, Shelby Electric got a patent on it, and by 1899 they ran what they call a life test. And they had General Electric light bulbs, Philips. They had all kinds of light bulbs, and they ran the life test, and they all burned up, except for this one.
Everyone's scratching their head, going,
Why?
how did this happen?
So,
yeah.
1899, they said, we have the greatest lamp in the world.
Right there.
Right there. Oddly enough, we ended up with one of those light bulbs from Shelby Electric.
We did hear of a scare back in 2013 where the whole town was terrified that it finally had gone out.
Not just the whole town, the Bay Area, all the news reporters were down here.
Everyone flocked to the light bulb. So what happened? What happened in 2013?
We had prepared for a celebration of 100 years in 2001. And I had told the chief at the time, I said, look, we better get a backup system to this. So what we did is we put a UPS, uninterrupted power supply, in line with the power coming into it. We did that, and in 2003, I retired. I'm saying that because I got a phone call at 5 o'clock in the morning, 10 years later. This is 2013.
Tom, we need help.
Yeah, they said, Chief, this light has been out for 9 hours. I went, what? I said, oh my gosh. I said, get ready, because the reporters will be there. They will be flocking to the station. They said, Chief, they're already here. I went, oh no. So
Damage control time.
yeah, so I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to tell? This has been a long friend. Oh, like, yeah, you think of all those
Like
things.
a memorial.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
so I'm driving down to the station. I got an aha moment. I called them, I said, get an extension cord, bypass the UPS, and plug the power into the light. They did that, and when I pulled around the corner into the station, the light was shining brighter than I've ever seen it. So I'm thinking, what? This thing isn't going to last, because I just probably power surged it. Oddly enough, by the end of the day, the light dimmed to what it looks like. That is a strange, strange coincidence about this light bulb.
It's an unsolved mystery.
It's still an unsolved mystery.
Are they leaving?
This is a legit action shot that we're getting right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're leaving.
There go our heroes.
So Tom, I was curious about all the different locations where this light bulb has lived. Do you know something about that? Where did it begin?
The volunteer fire department was established in 1874 in Livermore, and the companies used to respond out of a hose cart station on 2nd Street downtown. They installed it in that 2nd Street hose cart station.
Okay.
So that was the only light in there. But that was the first installation of that
Okay.
of the bulb. Well, in 1906, City Hall moved to a new location on 1st and McLeod Street. They built a fire station next door. They moved that light to the fire station.
Okay.
This is the police station.
Uh-huh.
This is City Hall up above. And there's the fire station right next door.
Okay.
And then, this is a later picture. This is because that looks like it's a 44 Mack truck. But if you look closely, there's the light bulb.
There's the bulb.
There it
That's
is.
it.
There it is. And it would hang from the ceiling.
How old is this photo?
1950-ish.
1950s. Okay.
In 1976, they moved here to this new headquarters. Well, they had to do something with the light bulb, right?
That was the bulb brought over.
The fire chief was Jack Baird, and he had already attested this. Nobody touched that light bulb, never turned the power off. So they knew there was longevity at that period of time as well.
Yeah.
So the city electrician was Frank Mall. Frank came over here to this station, and he established the location they were going to put it at. They had turned the power off to that location. He went to the other station with Kirby Slate, who was the battalion chief at the time, and he cut the whole thing, the bulb. If you look at that, it has the cord.
He just cut the cord?
That's the cord and the original socket, and you see the plate up above?
Uh-huh.
So he cut that, and he got up the ladder, he installed the light, boom, turns the power on, no light.
Oh no.
you just did what 12 people did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what did we do? There was a big gasp. What did we do? We just burned out this light.
No.
Oh no. And as a good electrician, he actually realized if you look closely, there's a switch on it.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
It goes on, off. And so he went, boom, on, and it's been on ever since.
Thank
I
God.
was like, sigh of relief. Yeah. So that was the last move
Yeah.
in May of 1976.
And now here it is. It's been here since then.
This is just a little museum the firefighters have put together. We've had visitors from all over the world, and we've decided that it should be actually some display for them to see. And it's going to continue to burn. It's going to outlive me for sure, and it's going to probably burn another 100 years, and people will be shocked.
Many thanks to Tom and the team at Fire Station Number 6 for their continued service and keeping the story of the Centennial bulb alive.
If you'd like to check in on the light bulb yourself, there's a 24-hour live stream you can watch. There's a link in the description.
Seeing the bulb in person was illuminating and enlightening for us. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment below.
Wait, did it? Oh, I thought it went out. We're good.
See you guys next time. Lightbulb gets a lot of visitors, and we are going to add our name to that list.
Do it.
It is official that after years of wanting to see this bulb,
We finally did it.
Oddity Odysseys was here. How do we spell Odysseys?
Good grief. I still don't know.